The history of the universe, beginning with the Big Bang. It is impossible to describe the time before the universe began. We cannot talk about time before time, or physics before the physical. It is impossible for us to understand how or why the Big Bang arose from an incomprehensible state of absence and chaos. All we know is that somehow the universe did begin. In the beginning, the universe was a singularity, a hot, dense mass contained in less than zero volume, and that less than zero volume contained infinity. In a so-called bang, though really bang is a horribly inaccurate name, the universe began to expand in every direction. So infinity gained volume and lost density. The early universe was composed purely of energy in the form of photons, but over time this energy transformed itself into matter and antimatter. Under intense heat, matter and antimatter particles would collide and annihilate each other until eventually almost only matter composed the universe. The matter was very hot and very dense, so it was ionized into loose protons and electrons. Due to the density, remaining photons were trapped in the swarm of ionized matter. Photons kept banging into protons and electrons like drunken photons having trouble moving around, so no light could escape this mass. Thus, the universe was initially opaque, extremely dense matter, but no empty space. Not until the universe cooled down, 300,000 years after the so-called bang, did the protons and electrons finally come together to form stable hydrogen. In this cooler neutral state, photons could move without colliding into matter, so light became visible, and the universe became transparent. Pink, glowing masses of hydrogen gas expanded throughout the universe, and then, due to the gravitational attraction between them, the masses began to clump together to form planets, stars, and eventually galaxies. So the universe was cool and contained planets, and the planets orbited stars, and the stars lived in galaxies, and the galaxies huddled in clusters, and the clusters expanded away from each other into infinity. And then one day we came about. The end.